Y'all aren't going to believe what I did. A few weeks ago, I was reading an article in the paper, and it was about monocles, and that monocles are making a big comeback. That in Europe, and especially in Germany, that they've always been a big deal. You know, those things like Colonel Clinquor, those little... So I thought, well, I'm going to order me one of those. You know, I thought, I'm tired of wearing these glasses around my neck, and I'll get me one of those, and when I need to read a menu or dial my phone or something, I can just use that, and it would be different. So they sent me one, I ordered one, and it got here, and that thing would not even stay in my eye. And I called them, or I texted them, and I said, I can't wear this. And he said, well, let me send you a bigger one. He said, how tall are you? How tall am I? Now, what does that have to do with your eyes? Because there are tall people with little beady eyes, and there are short people with big eyes and little eyes. I mean, there are people of all sizes with all sizes of eyes. And that's how they tell you what size is by your height. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So anyway, he said, I'm sending you a bigger one. So he sent it, and it didn't work either. You know, that I could just see me just dropping that right in the middle of a restaurant or something, looking like a big fool anyway. But so I don't know what I was thinking. So I emailed him and I said, I'm going to have to send this back to you because this isn't going to work for me, and I don't know what size I'm supposed to have, but neither one of these work. And he was real nice about it, and he said, go ahead and send it, and I've already credited you and all this. And so I had to go to the post office today. Now the post office, it's one of those places like the dentist office that no one there wants to be there. I mean, everybody in this time of year, everybody there's always a line, and they're all in a bad mood, and the postal workers there look crazy and deranged and like they're about to go postal. And so I'm in line, and no one talks to anybody, and so I get up front, and there are 3 people up there, and one guy looked completely like a escape crazy person. And of course that's the one I end up with. And he looked like he had just slept in the back. He looked dirty, and his hair was all sticking up all crazy kind of ways. And he had on this shirt, a short sleeve knit shirt, and it's 30 degrees outside. Now I know he was inside, but he had on this short sleeve shirt, and he was sweating through it. He was pitting out all under his arms and sweating through it all up here, and I mean, he was on some kind of medication or drugs or something, because that's not normal. And just in a bad mood, and then he starts asking me all these questions. Is it fragile? Is it breakable? Is there anything glass? And I'm thinking, well, what are you going to do to it? I mean, if you're going to run it over with a semi-truck, pretty much anything is fragile. And then he goes, well, is there any liquids? Is there any flammables? You can't ship perfume. Is it perfume? And I said, no. And I'm thinking, what can you ship? What can you send? Paper? I mean, they might as well just eliminate all those questions, just say, is this paper? Because I can't think of anything else they'll let you mail now. It's like you have to go through the 3rd degree just to mail something. And he said, I can have it there tomorrow for $26. A little bitty package, $26. I said, no, I want it to go the cheapest way it can go. And it was $2.65. Now, where do we get from $26 to $2.65? I don't know what's going on with that, or what they're doing. It may not make it there for a month. I don't know. I don't even care. I want it out of there, and they need to rework that whole system. And those people, I don't know, they ought to be glad to have a job like that. I hear it pays well. And I thought you had to take a test to work there, and you should have some kind of sense to you, but every one of those people look crazy to me. But anyway, that's what I did today. So y'all be careful if you have to go to the post office, because there are a bunch of unhappy people there.